Hello, I'm Kate Mattice, Executive Director of the Northern Virginia Transportation Commission. I'd like to give you a brief overview of the important work we've done for the region during 2021. While the COVID-19 pandemic continued to dampen public transit in Northern Virginia, we saw signs of hope as people across the region lined up to get vaccinated and some sense of normalcy returned to life. In July, we resumed in-person commission meetings, allowing us to gather face-to-face for the first time since before the pandemic. And thanks to technology, we were able to provide new flexibilities for commissioners to participate virtually when needed. I should point out that despite the changes the pandemic brought us to the way we work, it never stopped us from moving forward. That includes the money we manage to keep our transit agencies that serve our region moving. As the grantor agent, NVTC managed $277 million in funding received during fiscal year 21. That included nearly $174 million in assistance from the Commonwealth of Virginia for Metro, almost $31 million in federal grants on behalf of 2 local jurisdictions, and more than $15 million for NVTC's Commuter Choice program. Let's turn now to key programs managed by NVTC. We enjoy a special relationship with Metro that includes the appointment of 2 members of the Board of Directors. In 2021, Paul Smedberg, representing the Commonwealth, was selected to a 3rd term as chair of the board, and Matt Letourneau of Loudoun County became the chair of the board's Finance and Capital Committee. Through our board appointments, we continue to advocate for Virginia's interests. That includes the use of 3 rounds of pandemic relief federal funding to keep vital Metrobus and Metro Rail services running. We also press for fare policy changes to benefit riders in Northern Virginia. NVTC also continued its work to ensure regional cooperation during continued Metro Rail station reconstruction. 2021 saw the shutdown of the Arlington Cemetery Station. The station's reopening in May signaled the end of work to rebuild 12 outdoor stations. Projects that closed stations in 2019, 2020, and 2021 and necessitated the implementation of shuttle buses to keep transit services running. It was an exciting year for our transit technology program. We published the 2021 Northern Virginia Regional Fare Collection Strategic Plan, a white paper on zero fare and reduced fare options for Northern Virginia transit providers, and hosted a symposium on zero-emission buses. The program also assisted with the rollout of the Smart Trip mobile app for Android devices and Google Pay, just a few months after the launch of the app for iOS users and Apple Pay. NVTC's Transit Resource Center continued to analyze traffic and transit data to understand the impact of the pandemic on the travel patterns for people driving and riding. The Commission also approved a contract to continue the study for a bus rapid transit system connecting Tysons, Falls Church, Arlington, and Alexandria. The latest study phase for the envisioned Route 7 BRT will look at mobility benefits, potential traffic impacts and operating issues, and include public engagement and an education process. As you may know, NVTC co-owns the Virginia Railway Express with the Potomac and Rappahannock Transportation Commission. Both commissions approved several key measures in 2021 to benefit VRE. That includes the purchase of 21 new railcars, action to move forward on a new station at Potomac Shores in Prince William County, and expansion and modernization of several other stations, including key stations at Alexandria, Crystal City, and L'Enfant Plaza. Beyond the formal programs within NVTC, we continually strive to be a hub for conversations and connections regarding transit in Northern Virginia. In February, we hosted Senator Mark Warner, who convened a roundtable of transportation leaders to talk about the pandemic's impact and to gather insights for the infrastructure bill that passed later in the year. In December, we convened our annual legislative briefing in partnership with PRTC to again hear from transit leaders, including representatives from the U.S. Department of Transportation and Virginia's Deputy Secretary of Transportation. Throughout the year, our staff and myself presented at and attended national and regional conferences and seminars to share lessons learned by the work that we do and to learn from others. I want to thank you for watching. You can learn more about the work of NVTC in 2021 and every year by going to our website, novatransit.org.